Good morning, everybody. This is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes from the Irish American Club of Berkshire County, and we join you this morning from the ostentatious studios. We have to spell it now.
No, please don't.
From ostentatious studios of Pittsfield Community Radio, 89.7 FM on your radio dial. Good morning, Farmer.
Good morning, Kevin. How was your week off?
My
week.
My what?
The week not away from the radio station. How was the
It was
week?
a nice week. The weather was brilliant.
Oh, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday were just gorgeous.
So yes, it was gorgeous, and I very much enjoyed not raking my leaves.
You're one up on me right now because I ain't even started it yet. But,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna have.
Well, I'm going to
do it.
mulch mine. I usually mulch them.
Well, that's a good way. It's also, if you got a lot of them, though, it leaves big clumps.
The only leaves we have are the two trees in the front yard. Right?
There you go.
And they get mulched, whether they like it or not.
There you go.
So in between mulching, I'll be listening to some Irish music via this show.
Really?
Yes. I'm going to be playing some Afro-Celt sound system. Brian Kennedy, John Whalen, and Eileen Ivers from Joyful Noise, as well as the Villagers. How about you, Farmer?
I want to do some Dire Straits again, some Lunasa, and the Dubliners. That's what I'd like. And maybe something else if I find something.
I hope you do.
I do too.
So we're going to start off this morning with Nevermore from the Afro-Celt sound system.
Yes, we fall too. Tararun, Targo Queen, Targo Queen, Marala One, or Lord Slave, Margano Year, Clave, Tar, Fuiron. Shul, Arun, Shul go clean, Shul astuan, Ta huerteraya, Eramokri, Lagrum. Tararun, Targo Queen, Targo Queen, Marala One, or Lord Slave, Margano Year, Clave, Fuiron. Shul, Arun, Shul go clean, Shul go cuen, But I skrivan tjacha mokri, Es keifertu, Rocky to fui, Tararun, Targo Queen, Targo Queen, Marala One, or Lord Slave, Margano Year, Clave, Fuiron. Halkash kulan gra Rakim which sawiya gra Tararun, Targo Queen, Targo Queen, Marala One, and Lord Slave, Margano Year, Clave, Fuiron. Time
That was cheerful.
It was a very lovely set.
What we heard last was John Whalen's and Eileen Ivers' Trip to Sky and Derek DeBruyn's Reel. It comes from the double CD set we have called Joyful Noise, Celtic Favorites.
Joyful Noise.
Joyful Noise. That's not a new CD. I went into the Big Black Book yesterday instead of the stuff I have in boxes. You know, all the older stuff, and it's in that Big Black Book, so I took some stuff out of there. And before that, we heard from Brian Kennedy with Tartara Rún. Nice song in Gaelic. And we started off this set, we started off the show, actually, with Afro-Celt Sound System with their song Nevermore. I really like that band.
I noticed that you play it often enough where you keeps our interest.
And I have 4 or 5 CDs, so likely you will hear more from that. So I'll mention this a couple times during the show, but veterans organizations are having a Dine to Donate. And the Dine to Donate will take place on November 10th between 11 and 12 at Applebee's.
Oh, yeah.
At the Walmart Mall. I don't know what else to call it out there.
Yeah,
Berkshire Crossing.
Berkshire Crossing.
And Applebee's in Berkshire Crossing. And all you have to do is write Dine to Donate on your receipt, and they will contribute a portion to the veterans organizations, including Soldier On, in this community. So that's a Dine to Donate event on November 10th at Applebee's at Berkshire Crossings in Pittsfield, and it takes place between 11 a.m. and noontime on that date.
Oh, because I know, don't Applebee's give the free entree to veterans if you show a DD-214 or something?
Your veterans ID, I think.
Yeah.
Do they have a card for DD-214s these days?
Yeah, do they?
I think so.
Mine was so long ago, I don't remember.
Well, I serve a lot of veterans who are your age and older. And I think they have cards. But nonetheless, what do we hear from you, Farm?
Yes, we are going to hear the Dubliners.
Excellent.
The gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell. Going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were days in so many, many ways, in the town I loved so well. In the early morning, the shirt factory horn called women from Cregan, the moor and the bog, while the men on the dole played a mother's role, fed the children, and then trained the dog. And when times got tough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside was a burning pride in the town I loved so well. There was music there in the dairy air, like a language that we all stand. I remember the day that I earned my first pay, when I played in a small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me, for I'd learned about life, and I'd found a wife in the town I loved so well. When I returned, how my eyes have burned to see how a town could be brought to its knees by the armored cars and the bombed out bars and the gas that hangs on to every breeze. Now the army's installed by that old gas yard wall, and the damned barbed wire gets higher and higher. With their tanks and their guns, oh my God, what have they done to the town I loved so well? Now the music's gone, but they carry on, for their spirit's been bruised, never broken. They will not forget, but their hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I love so
Hey kid, now you're part of a team in a new kind of colorful dream, and there's a whole world in the palm of your hand, 'cause the dreamer gets what a dreamer can. And then you feel the force hand coming on strong, and a strong sense that it can't go wrong. And it's a fine line, but you're getting it right on the first day of the rest of your life.
Like
Feels like falling in love on the first day of the rest of your life. Feels like
this one. Sing me an old Irish song, bring back the dreams that have gone. Sing me a love once so strong, bring me the days when we were young and true, and I loved you, and that old Irish song's calling me back to my home, where once again we'll sing along to an old Irish song. I see the mountains, the valleys, the green fields below me. I walk the highways, the byways the old people show me. I hear the songbirds, remember the soft words we spoke after dark in the glen. I hear you calling me, your songs recalling me back to those days again. Sing me an old Irish song, bring back the dreams that have gone. Sing me a love once so strong, bring me the days when we were young and true, and I loved you, and that old Irish song's calling me back to my home, where once again we'll sing along to an old Irish song. I remember the old days, how I loved the old ways of living. There was more caring, more sharing, more loving and giving. How times have changed, life's been all disarranged since summers we laughed in the rain. But I hear you calling me, your songs recalling me back to those days. Let's hear you sing. Sing me an old Irish song, bring back the dreams that have gone. Sing me a love once so strong, bring me the days when we were young and true, and I loved you, and that old Irish song's calling me back to my home, where once again we'll sing along to an old Irish song. back the dreams that have gone. Sing me a love once so strong. Bring me the days when we were young and true, and I loved you, and that old Irish song's calling me back to my home, where once again we'll sing along to an old Irish song. Sing me an old Irish song, an old Irish song. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well done.
Boy, we really hit the entire history of Irish music, really, with that set. You started us off, Farmer.
I did. I started us off with the town that I love so well, and I have to say that I didn't realize that Luke Kelly, who sung the song for the Dubliners, recorded it on his own album back up to the Definitive Collection. And I think, to be honest with you, this one sounded a little bit better than when he did it solo.
His heart was in it.
Yeah.
His heart was in it.
And that was the Dubliners, so.
And you heard from the Villagers with Fevered Dreams from their album The First Day. And last on that set, you heard from Daniel O'Donnell. That's what I mean by we covered every spectrum in Irish music, with an old Irish song, one of the great favorites of his career.
I like that song, too.
Yes. He always opened, I think, and closed his sessions in Northampton with that tune. So, And now we're going to hear from Sean Doyle, The Light and the Half-Light, with his song about Henry Joy McCracken.
On the Belfast mountains I heard a maid complain, and she vexed the warm June evening with her sad heart-broken strain, saying, "Woe is me, life's misery is more than I can dream, since Henry Joy McCracken died on the gallows tree." At Donegal he proudly rose, and he wore a suit of green, and brave though vain at Antrim, his sword ran flashing keen. But when by spies surrounded, his band to Slemish fled, he came unto the Cave Hill to rest his weary hand. And I watch for him all night long, as in our cot he slept. Next morning through the heather to McCart's fort we crept. News came from Greencastle of a gunship anchored nigh, and 'twas down by yon clear fountain we met to say goodbye. He says, "My dear, be cheerful, for tears and fears are vain." He He says, my love, be hopeful, our land will rise again. He kissed me very fondly, he kissed me 3 times o'er, saying death shall never part us, my love forevermore. And that night I climbed the cave hill and watched till morning blazed. And when its fires were raging over Belfast Lough I gazed, I spied an English tender at anchor off Garmoil. But alas, no good ship bore him away to France's soil. And twice that night came a tramping from the old shore road. It was Ellis and his yeomen, false niblock with them's thrown. My father home returning, the doleful story told. Alas, he says, young Harry Joy for 50 pounds is sold. And is it true? I asked of her. Yes, 'tis true, she said. This is the heart that loved him and pressed his gory hand, and every night, pale bleeding, his ghost comes to my side. My Harry, my dead Harry, comes for his promised bride. Now it's on the Belfast mountains, this young maid's voice is still. For in the grave they laid her, high on Carnamoney Hill, and the wild waves far beneath her play a requiem for the dead, and a rebel wind cries freedom above her weary head.
I walked on a northern shore where the sandy ward sped on before the ocean's blast. The grass ran like lemmings for the dunes' high edge, and I thought it meant like the grass. We bend in a driving gale and scarcely pause to think what makes the wind so strong, or if there's a refuge from the driver's flag. But then I heard the saddest song of the Irish girl, the Irish girl. Her eyes through a sparkling red, like like raindrops on a laurel when the moon appears. She sang of her sorrow through the stinging spread, and through the sweet herb brine, the salt of tears. I weep for the loss of a love who's gone brooding now and silent as a standing stone. Two sides of a coin, we rolled a battered roll, but in time he chose to leave alone his Irish girl, his Irish girl. Spoke my name, for it seems she didn't know me for the song she sang. She said, oh, I know your face, but here's the shame. For though I knew the boy, who knows the man? And I wept who might turn for the fool, who never saw the joys that make a blind man smile, seeking his fortune while the brightest jewel was within his reach all the while. The Irish girl, his Irish girl.
Welcome back to the Sunday Sounds of Ireland. That was a couple of reels. Ballynakill reel, a Cayley really, and the Fowling Peace reels.
Huh. Who'd have known?
You played something in the middle of that for
I
me.
did. I really did. The Irish Girl, and that was by Lunasa, featuring Mary Chapin Carpenter.
And the last song you heard was, the first song you heard in that set was Sean Doyle's version of Henry Joy McCracken. And I want to remind people what I said earlier about the Dine to Donate event at Applebee's in Pittsfield. It will take place on November 10th between 11 and 12. And if you write Dine to Donate on your receipt, some of the money will go to veterans organization in this fair town, including Soldier On's programming here at 360 West Housatonic Street. And I wanted to read something about this day in Irish history. I'm not going to read the whole thing, I don't think.
I feel sorry.
And on the 3rd of November, 1324, Petronilla de Meath, a maidservant to Dame Alice Kyteler, was flogged and burned at the stake in Kilkenny. Such a fun place, Kilkenny. After the first trial to link witchcraft and heresy in either Ireland or Great Britain. Petronilla was accused of helping Kyteler to plot the murder of her husband, John Lepoer.
Ooh.
Kyteler had been married 3 times before she met Lepoer, and in each case assumed the wealth of her late spouse upon his death. After Lepoer fell ill and later died, his children went to the Bishop of Ossory in Kilkenny, Richard de Ledred, we all know Richard, accusing Kyteler of having poisoned him. Ledred did not look favorably on Kyteler. As it was, she was prosperous, unusual for a woman at that time. But before she could be brought to trial, having been accused of witchcraft and heresy, Kyteler fled to England. Many others were also named, including Petronilla's daughter, Sarah, who had left with Kyteler, and a man named William Outlaw, Kyteler's son. Kyteler was said to have renounced Christ and concocted potions in the skull of a convicted criminal, as you do, made from unbaptized babies and dead men's fingernails. Though she was no longer in Ireland, her property was confiscated and she was excommunicated. Petronilla was less fortunate. She was flogged 6 times before her execution by burning.
Oh.
Kyteler lived under the protection of Edward III in England. In 1329, in retaliation for Ledred's accusations, she had the bishop's revenue seized, and he too was accused of heresy by the Archbishop of Dublin, forcing him into exile. He sought protection from the Pope and did not return to Ireland until the late 1340s. So, who knew? Now we're going to hear some Cayley. That was a nice set too, Farmer.
Yes, it was.
Lots of Kaylee.
Yep.
And Kaylee still. And this is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes signing off for another week. Please listen to our show again next week, and please listen to all the locally produced programming here at WTBR 89.7 FM, Pittsfield Community Radio.
And I wish everybody to have a good week. I hope everybody enjoyed our show today. And we will hear from you guys next week. Be good, be kind, and keep your Irish eyes a-smiling.